So I think it's pretty common knowledge to everybody that Toei Animation is taking a break for the One Piece anime. While some fans have been faithful and other fans have been upset, I don't necessarily have faith that people really understand how animation works. I'll be breaking that down in today's video to at least give you a general idea on what exactly we're looking at. With that being said, let's get straight into it. So basically, how I want to start this off is that I want to pick certain anime production studios, and not only their scheduling with certain anime, but I want to use examples of every single project an anime production produces, whether that be those weekly episodes we always get, or even the movies. And of course, I'm going to start off with Toei Animation. Now, when it comes to Toei, from what I know, One Piece has been carrying Toei Animation for an extremely long time. And I think we can all agree that Egghead Arc had some of the most beautiful animations that we had ever seen from any anime ever. Big emphasis on one of the most. But it's not exactly what you think. And Toei Animation actually exposes a misconception about this. With most popular animation studios like Mappa, Wit Studio, Bones, Ufotable, Studio Period, and many animation studios who release anime periodically, we have to consider three different things: how much the animators are getting paid, the time management, and how much the mangaka wants to flesh out their anime adaptation. As far as time management, we notice that Toei Animation hasn't necessarily been given a lot of time to do anything. They've been quite literally animating One Piece for what I would say is decades, every single week. I mean, I genuinely looked it up. Call me out if I'm wrong, because I've actually only caught up with One Piece in April of 2024. But when I did my research, the longest they've gone without releasing One Piece episodes would be those delays. You know, the ones we've been getting often in Egghead Island. And even with this little time management, One Piece animation has gotten literally better over the years. But this is called an animation budget. I actually talked about this in my last video. Roll the clip. This is due to what is called an animation budget. How well a series is animated is dependent on how much that animation studio makes. Which is why whenever you see a quote-unquote poorly animated sequence, most feedback on said sequence is in regards to the budget. So you have a general idea of what I mean. One Piece animators have been committing to the show for an extremely long time. But the animation movies that Toei produces haven't necessarily been the key point. You can include other big moments in One Piece, like Luffy's fight with Doflamingo, the entirety of Whole Cake Island, which if you actually noticed, the animation in Whole Cake Island seems a lot more carefully detailed. And then after that, we get One Piece's Wano, which is absolutely phenomenal. And then we get Egghead Island, which was insane. If you have to ask me, I personally prefer Wano's animation. But the animation that was displayed in One Piece fan letter was absolutely remarkable. Nothing short of outstanding. The aesthetic it had reminded me a lot of Studio Ghibli's animation movies. But while Toei's overall income has made One Piece animation completely skyrocket, you must understand that they've been only given a certain time to make these episodes. And while they may have gotten more animators to work on their series, the amount of time that they've been given to animate these episodes have still been so limited. And with Dragon Ball Daima actually finally coming around, and with its animation looking amazing, I think it's pretty understandable why Toei Animation took a 6-month break. Which actually leads me to my next point. And I'll start off by targeting anime studios like Mappa, Ufotable, and Studio Period. 3 examples I can think off the top of my head that are the money makers of these studios is Bleach's 1000-Year Blood War arc, the entirety of Demon Slayer, and Jujutsu Kaisen. If you notice with these animation studios, they produce weekly episodes for a period of time. We know that Demon Slayer's animation is beautiful, Jujutsu Kaisen is just visually pleasing to look at, and Bleach's hyped up arc of the 1000-Year Blood War is something everyone's been looking at. But besides producing anime episodes weekly for decades, what exactly makes these animation studios any different? This also actually plays a part in time management, but not in the way you think. Animation studios don't really animate in bulk. What I mean by that is that they don't have these anime seasons ready to release once they drop a trailer. They're still animating the episodes weekly, but let's notice something here. Although some of these animes have yearly gaps in between their seasons, that doesn't make these animators completely jobless. Or in other words, that doesn't mean they're just working on nothing. This time spent is actually given to help build storyboard, how certain manga panels are going to look when animated, what extra details they could throw in that fans will appreciate, the overall direction of the show. Hence why manga artists and directors play such a huge part in the animation studio's production. Now at this point you might ask, how come Toei Animation doesn't do this? Don't they need even more time to build storyboard? My answer is, I guess that's just what makes Oda so goated. But we now move on to my final point. How much these manga artists want to flesh out their series. Now, I'm sure a lot of people are still thinking about Thousand Year Blood War, but Attack on Titan Season 4 plays a large role in this explanation. I mean, come on, bro. Part 3, Part 2, don't get me started. And one season is crazy. Let it go, bro. It's over. Now, chances are, in terms of movies, animation studios like Toei were probably working overtime, considering the movies were probably being produced around the same time One Piece episodes were being released. Obviously, that's not the case for other animation studios, but animation studios are given a lot more time to animate these movies instead of their series, allowing it to overall look consistently and generally better. But one thing's for sure is that these animation studios and the animators within them work extremely hard to make us happy, regardless of how much money they make, how much time is spent, or even how much the manga artist wants to flesh out their series. These anime adaptations bring the manga to life, and the creators of said manga are doing their best to make their vision come alive, or directing the studios to the best of their abilities to make the vision become apparent to most people. So yes, if you see Blue Lock is struggling, please understand that they're doing what they can. But thanks for watching this video. If you'd like, leave a comment about what your favorite current running anime is, or maybe even misconceptions about animation studios I had as a whole. But with that being said, thanks for tuning in on Beyond Topic, and take care.